Hello, how are you? Okay, so I'm having lunch with my lovely bride. So let's see what happens. No. But yeah, it's been a really interesting time. I just talked to my friend Mr. Safety. He watched the first video, gave me some tips, and hopefully everything will be improved by then because I am George the Giant, the great and powerful. Ah! And I just love watching people watch me do this because then they think I'm crazy. They're probably right. So, I have a show. Today is Tuesday. I have a show on Friday. Coming up with doing a sideshow / doing my stand-up comedy with it at one time, and trying to find the happy medium. And what am I doing? Instead of working on those ideas, I'm sitting in the middle of Target in the toy section because, you know, toys make me happy. So look, Legos. So what I'm trying to work on is a cross between sideshow and stand-up comedy. So what's going to end up happening, I think, is I'm working on some of the stories about sideshow in my life, about going on the road with Bobby Reynolds. He's an old-time sideshow performer and owner of sideshows, and basically how I learned sword swallowing. Thank you very much. Okay. My name is George MacArthur, and I go by George the Giant.
Why?
Now, being how I am, I kind of had very little choices in this world. Basically, I had two choices: play basketball or be a freak. I hate sports. It just doesn't work. So I chose the sideshow, or really the sideshow chose me. So I'm going to be telling that story. Probably end up talking about the living off of bologna sandwiches, and all the stuff for the bologna sandwiches were kept in refrigerators that were turned off every night at midnight when the power to the midway was turned off. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about just sideshow in general, I think. What shall I eat? Ooh, look at this salad bar. Cottage cheese. Look. People wonder what giants eat. We're not allowed to eat children anymore, so we go to places like Sizzler to have salad bar. So do that. Look, it almost looks like I eat healthy. Fruit. Now we get meat. Where's the beef? There's the beef. You know how hard it's doing this with one hand? Jeez. Sour cream. The problem that I always have whenever I eat Sizzler is my potato. I like lots of sour cream and I love cheese in it. So I decided I didn't want to use my dessert tray like I usually have to. So I decided to do this. That's right. Just get one of the things they use for their little taco salad. Put some cheese and sour cream. Well, here's the thing. I'm not that smart. I did not realize my wife was doing the exact same thing. That's right. What? Here's my wife. So, yes. So we're not that smart. We both did it because I made enough so we could both have some. So, okay. So, today, one of the errands I did is we found a guy selling swords on in the paper. So I got this new one. Dun, 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 dun. Really cool hilt, I like. And real sharp point. From that really sharp point to this nice little round tip. Again, as I said, I just love the hilt. But what I'm doing right now is the sides are really sharp. So, I mean, not sharp that I can cut myself like this, but if I was to put it in my throat, it could cause some damage. So what I'm doing right now is with a sanding block, I'm cleaning the sides. People go, oh, well, they're dull, so they're not dangerous. I'm putting metal down my throat, folks. In fact, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this yet, but around 6 months ago, I ended up puncturing my esophagus, which caused internal bleeding. I was out of sword swallowing for the last 4 months. I haven't swallowed a sword. I did one on a show recently. Borrowed a friend's sword because the sword that punctured me, I'm not allowed to use for a while until I completely get the tip taken out. Also, it was just a sword that I've always had bad luck with. The design of the sword and the person that made it for me made it with love, made it so I would have this cool looking sword, but the blade itself has always given me trouble. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. At least some way I want to keep the sword, the hilt itself, because the handle's just awesome. I've been diagnosed with sleep apnea and everything else. They've basically said that my throat is closing down a little bit, so it's not I'm having a harder and harder time putting swords down. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing sword swallowing. I'd like to believe I'm going to do it till 2 days before I die, but you know, I can't predict that. It is kind of a sad thing when this is something that you do and love, and finding out that you can't do it as much as you used to. I still got the other stunts, which is good, but swords have always been one of my loves. It's pretty bad, I'm not even Catholic. Okay.
Hello?
The other item, which a lot of performers do, is a neon blade. Now, the thing with the neon blade is they place it down their throat, and a little bit of light shows in the throat. It's a great idea, but neon is very dangerous, and swallowing a neon blade is extremely dangerous because the glass is very thin. It can crack just by the movements of the throat. And two, it costs around $1,000 to get one made. I'm Scottish, and I'm not stupid. So I got this instead. $5 at Knott's Berry Farm. Whee! It's one of the things that got me into the business. I mean, yeah, I started with fire eating, but sword swallowing was something that that always intrigued me.
So this is Abby. My wife named her. That's right, folks. That's Abby Normal. Where did she go? Over here. Where'd she go? Over here. It's now 11:30 in the afternoon. Show's at 7, so I have to load in around 5, if not earlier, because I haven't been at this venue and I need to set some stuff up. I've got all gang-ho on the sword, so I need to work on this. I also got to get some of the props out of the storage container. So let's, you know, I just love my dog. She is just so fun. But she is really interesting because my wife and her family have a pure, and I mean a pure fear, hatred, whatever you want to call it, of pit bulls. They've believed all the hype that pit bulls are evil, that they're going to come and take the face off of a child at any moment. But as you can tell, I don't think she could rip a face off if she had to. So, well, let's say that wrong. If she had to, she probably would, because, you know, she would defend us. But she's our little baby. We love her. And her mom even loves her, which, as I said, I never thought would happen because of their pure dislike for pets. But I've proven to them that, you know, if you take care of the dog correctly, the dog's going to be nice to you. And this idea that it's just the breed that's evil, I just don't agree with. So the not so glamorous part of my job, you can tell there's nicks all over the handle. So I need to touch it up with some paint. Some people ask me why I have a pink sledgehammer. Two reasons. One, you know, it's strong enough for a man, but it's made for a woman. My wife is the one that normally hits me with the sledgehammer. And two, and this is the real reason, I've lost like 3 or 4 sledgehammers throughout the years doing shows. They'll be set on the stage, set on the pavement area that we're performing, and the work crew, janitorial staff or whatever, will pick up the sledgehammer thinking it's one of theirs. And then I never get it back, and I'm out like 40 bucks. So a friend of mine's diving instructor painted all his diving equipment pink, and he said that his loss ratio of all his equipment went down to basically 0 since he painted it pink. So a lot of the equipment that I'm afraid they'll walk out accidentally, I paint pink, because for some weird reason people realize it's not theirs real quick, and also it just doesn't feel manly to walk around with a pink sledgehammer, I guess. I, on the other hand, don't care. Chicken towel, swords, fire, balloon trick, bed of nails, okay. So basically, I have to get ready for the show. I've done the set list, and that's getting ready to be printed up. I've got the props in the one box, ready to go in the van. So the next thing is to make myself look pretty, and that takes a lot, but it's me shaving my head off, because it's almost the look that I've had for almost 18 years now. I've been shaving my head for the shows, and I've done shows with hair, and it just never seems right. So getting a show ready is a process, but right before it, I think the shaving of my head really makes me realize everything is coming down to the edge, to the wire, and I start to think a little bit slower, calmer, even when I'm rushing, because I start to get into my the mindset of performing. Okay, so I'm getting everything ready for the show today. You saw the prep work. Now it's setting up the stage. We got to get the towels, get the hammers, the blades all on the stage. It's a little theater, see? And we're going to be getting ready to do a show in around an hour and a half, so I have to get everything ready.
So this is the exciting stage for the show tonight.
Thank you very much.